Really good. Doing pretty good. Smoking my cigar right now. Great evening for sure. For sure. I know a lot about smoking cigars, and this cigar has a pretty good draw too. Um, it's a Honduran, but this one in particular, the flavor's all right. It's like a mild flavor, so it's all right. No, right now I just actually like need um, access to the money because there's something that I'm trying to finish paying for currently. So that's the reason why I said Cash App, because it'll make it a lot easier for me. Because for YouTube, I have to wait for the money at a certain time of the month. Whereas Cash App, it'll just give me instant access to it. So my Cash App is Heze, so HEZEC 23. That's my Cash App. What I'm trying to get right now is only like $147. I'm just short. This cigar's pretty good. How is everyone today? I can't. I'm not on the laptop. I'm not on the computer, so I can't put the chat on there. My computer's dead. I need to buy another charger. But can somebody put it on there? Everybody who knows my Cash App, if you could just put it onto the chat. This has a really good flavor, like a super good flavor. A book one depends because my book sessions are my book sessions are timed, so I have anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes. You can ask as many questions as you want until the timer runs out. To be honest, I find it a lot easier to just time the session because you can get a lot answered, you know, within an hour and 30 minutes. So there's no limit on the questions that you ask, honestly. No problem. So if anybody knows, if anybody can get my, there it goes, perfect, thank you. That's my cash tag right there. It, I would really appreciate it if you guys could donate because right now I'm like $100 short, like $147 short on something really important that I have to pay for. And the only reason why I'm asking right now is because everything else today um, I've gotten taken care of, so I haven't made really anything else today. Bautis. Call and connect with Bautis. Bautis is really awesome with assisting everyone with their anxiety. Bautis from the Goetia, Colin. Yes. Make sure when you send it, Oh, I do. I do have one. I do have one. When things are slow, though, things are slow. It's just what it is. Yeah. Is there any celestial being that is with a demon? What do you mean? What do you mean? Perfect. What do you mean by that question? I can't. I don't know, like, really what you mean by that. Any celestial that's with a demon? What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? How's your weekend? What are you guys up to? Um, they would both be considered. They would both be considered demonic. Okay, go ahead. What in the world? Send it to me. I'd love to answer that question. Just, just ask the question, and then when you ask the question, I'm gonna take a moment to process the information, and I'll let you know what I pick up on. Mm-hmm. Baltis, yes, yes. That's hilarious. Nah, nah. You guys are funny. No, but I'd love to answer that question. What in the world? Go ahead, send it. Um, Gray witches. I don't know, but what I do know is that there's, I, me personally, um, I would definitely say that there are some pretty good gray witches that are on TikTok. I think that you should search up that hashtag on TikTok and you'd be able to find some good people on there. I don't necessarily follow any gray witches right now. Yes, I would, RB. Yes, I would. No, what in the world? I don't actually feel. I don't actually feel that you are. I don't actually feel like you should be worried or you should be concerned. This particular person feels like they have a natural affinity to communicating with the dead anyway, but they also have the ability to kind of understand that death isn't the final stage, and that's the reason why she can communicate. person has a natural ability to communicate with spirits in general. So I do not think that you should be concerned. No, I don't feel that. All right, R. Brooks. Let me see. Journey. Thank you, Journey. I appreciate it. Energy, I'm really good. Definitely, I understand that. You should definitely wait until you're 18 because when it comes down to working with the energies within the major eye, it's a, it's a little more advanced. And it's not something that you just, kind of like jump into and get an understanding of as easily. Days are, let's see. So, R. Brooks, interestingly enough, I think that you would be really smart to connect with Dantalian from the Goetia. So, Dantalian, um, I also see that you would have a good connection to Nephthys. Are you, R. Brooks, you have a very much so. Your energy is a little more dark. So when it comes down to connecting to energies, you would work very well with the energy of infernals and the darker aspects of the Egyptian pantheon. Let me see, Otani. So when it comes down to the question that you asked, Otani, no, I don't believe that you're actually being deceived. They can be misleading, and the information that comes forward, it seems like it can be very much so seem as if they're lying, but I don't feel real deceit from that person. I hope that answers your question, Journey. Yes, they could have negative energies attached to them. That could easily happen. Yes. And it can, it definitely can happen often when it comes down to, sorry, freaking, it can happen often when it comes down to their personal beliefs as well. Because they may believe that they're connecting with something that they're actually not. When in reality, a lot of people connect with tricksters. A lot of people who are connected to major religious beliefs are connecting to a lot of trickster energies. So yes, protection against gun violence. Um, 13 laws. I believe I told you last time that you would work very well with the energies of. Um, Kabuto is my favorite character from Naruto, so that's really funny that you said Kabuto, because that's my that is my favorite character, hands down. Aside from Kabuto, it would definitely be Orochimaru. So I really appreciate that because I like that. I like that I give off that vibe. Protection from gun violence. 13 laws, it would be a very good idea to connect with someone like Satan, connect with someone like Beelzebub. You can connect with La Rage from the Goetia too. Barbados as well. Hajenti. But interestingly enough, 13 laws, what I'm feeling that you would strongly connect to would be Sobnok. So you should reach out to Sobnok in the Goetia when it comes down to protection from guns, protection from astral attack, vampirism, things of that sort. Connect with Subnock. Black Salvation. Connect with Grimmery. Or Paimon. Paimon or Grimmery would be a really good energy for you to connect with. John. Yes. Connect with Subnock, 13. Subnock for you. I said Grimmery and Paimon for Black Salvation. John. You were wanting confirmation on whether or not Dionysus has a message. Walking in nature. More specifically, if you're doing water scrying, that's definitely going to help you with your clairvoyant ability. That's what I'm picking up on, and I feel that that's something that will definitely help you greatly as you progress. I'm gonna put this cigar down because I'm zooted. Oh man. Okay. Let's see if I can get a technique. Yes. Yes, it would greatly benefit Black Salvation. Yes. Yes. So, as I've said on Black Salvation, you asked which specific energies you could help you with moving deeper into meditation. You can connect with Grimmery the best. That's who I feel you would have a strong connection to when it comes down to your divinatory ability. So get your black mirror. You can draw a rune on the black mirror. Let me think. I can't really think of which runes right now. Yes, Grimmery. Grimmery is actually in the Goetia too. Grimmery is a very feminine energy. You work very well with more feminine energies anyway. Paimon is more feminine as well. So let me go back. Okay, give me a second, you guys. John, you asked, is there a way that you can get better with it? Is that what you said? Do I have any techniques you can try? Okay. Let's see. So. Grimmery with the E. With an E. Bethine is awesome. Bethine is awesome, but Bethine's going to assist you with more alchemical workings. Bethine is very good with protection, but it's going to be more alchemically based when it comes down to working with Bethine. I'm doing great. Thanks, Dan. Hi, Jess. I saw yours, that came up as well, Tash. Okay, John. Let's see. Mm-hmm. I am, Dan. Thanks for asking. That's fine, Tash. Don't even worry about it. So, Tash, interestingly enough, what's your connection to monkeys? Um, because Hanuman is an energy that comes forward when I connect to your energy. So you have a little more of a lighter energy anyway. So you'd connect more to energies that would be um, aligned with archangels, more godly energies, Buddhism, Hinduism, but it feels very strongly that Hinduism would be a very good system for you to connect to. But Lord Hanuman is the first one that comes forward for you, Tash. Lord Hanuman. Black Obsidian tools. I know that you can look on Etsy, but when it comes down to you looking on Etsy, they're going to be kind of small. So if you do look, just make sure that you find the big ones. They're going to be a little more expensive. There's a lot of authentic practitioners that are on Etsy that you'll find that you can, feel into and see if you like their work. I know there's a lot of rather large mirrors, and the shipping can get a little expensive. But I would recommend Etsy because you're guaranteed to not get ripped off. Because Amazon, it's I know it's definitely a certified company, but it's so big that there's so many different vendors on there that actually do scam. So be very careful. You're welcome. Okay. John, interestingly enough, I don't know why I'm connecting more to energies of Aztecs, but I feel that I feel you would work very well with Aztec energies. I don't necessarily know too many gods pertaining to, the Aztecs, but I do know that Kukulkan is a very strong energy that would be a really good connection for you. You're welcome. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, let's see. Yeah, eBay's horrible. Amazon has been horrible. I mean, I haven't gotten scammed because I'm always divining into people on Amazon, but I've heard of people being scammed on Amazon in which they'd order something and then that person, that particular shop, will come out. Come on. Come on. Dark Lady. Interestingly enough, Typhoon. Typhoon. You should reach out to Typhoon. Sometimes they do. Sometimes. Because my brother-in-law, I know he was getting a ring for his Akatsuki outfit for Halloween, and it took literally forever. So moving forward, we trying to kind of get his stuff back and all of that, even get like a return on his money, and it didn't happen, and we had to continue to wait until the damn ring came, and the ring came, and there was no excuses for this person not sending it. They just were not communicating well at all. Some people seem to just not care. Dark Lady Caesar. Typhoon. I don't know if you've heard of Typhoon, but Typhoon is very similar to the energies of Set. It's raining. Zeus, come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go inside. Come on. Give me a second, you guys. Come on. It's raining now. Give me a second, guys. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. As you guys can see, that cigar has me fucked up. like, I can't even walk. I'm very used to smoking them now, so I'm not getting sick anymore. And I went into more heavier, types of cigars, more full body flavors, less mild things of that sort. So I can smoke the really good shit, but it really fucks me up. Try imagining a filter when you bamp. Yeah. Come on, come on. Oh, come here, son. Come here, come inside. Come on. Hurry up. Come on, come on, hurry up. I told you it's raining. Sorry, I was letting my cat inside because he was outside and it was raining. I wanted him to come in, but he thought it wasn't gonna rain, and it started raining, so I wanted to let him in. Yeah, it started raining. What happened? No, I just wanted to come out here. I was like, is it really raining? Yeah, it's raining. Okay. Um. Okay. Jess, right? Jess, you said that yours disappeared. Okay, no problem. I didn't see your question though. So do you just want to know who wants to connect with you? Okay. Energies of Set, though, are very strong. Interestingly enough, you still connect heavily to the Egyptian pantheon, but you would have a very, very strong connection to Set. That doesn't mean that you can't go forward with working with Sekhmet, but Set is a strong energy that is around you. No, I didn't miss Jess's question. I'm still pulling the information coming forward. I can see everybody's questions. Like when it comes down to the questions, when it comes down to super chats, even if they disappear off the top, I can just scroll in the chat and I'll be able to see it. So no worries. So let's see. So work with someone like Marcosius, Jess. Also, interesting, I feel a very strong connection to the Greek pantheon too. So working with Grecian energies, it's just energetically what's coming up. Um, Marcosius, if you want to expose somebody or get clues, Jess. Yeah. Typhoon, yes. Yes. Jess, also, interestingly enough, um, you would have a strong affinity for more hypnotic, seductive, um, succubi kind of energy. Vampirism would run very strongly in your ability lineage too. Mediumship comes strongly, but I see for sure that you would work very well with energies that would be more seductive. Um, you know, like that of someone like Bacchus. What's up, Stray Panther? Yes. Yes, Dark Lady. Typhoon. Well, when it comes down to that question, the energies that I connect to would be Sumer, Sumeria, Sumerian. I am doing well. Thank you guys for asking. Yeah, envisioning a filter. Exactly. You should be practicing with your tendrils more, though. You should be building up. This is for you, Black Salvation. Build up your ability to use your tendrils. Your tendrils are going to be your filters. Whether it's a tendril from your fingers, tendrils from your spine, from your shoulders, from your back, doesn't matter where they come from. When you build the ability to utilize your tendrils, that's what's going to help you greatly. They will automatically filter those energies as you get better with your vampiric abilities. Okay, so let's see. Connecting to these energies more and like bringing my higher self like in front of me, I'm seeing, like I'm literally moving into a trance. So you're gonna start to see me twitch. You're gonna start to see me like do weird shit, but that's just because I'm connecting more to my higher self. So just give me a second, you guys. Just like last time. Go ahead. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, I do have PayPal, Mario. Yeah, you can look when you go to PayPal. Look at Tomb of the Scarab. You'll see my picture pop up, and I have my blue hair. You'll know it's me. You'll know it's me for sure. I have the blue hair and the blue jacket. I do have PayPal. Just look up Tomb of the Scarab on PayPal. You'll see me for sure. Jess, okay. Who's a good spirit to work with for developing your abilities? Okay, give me a second. So, Jess, as I've said, more Greek energies. So, I would recommend working with Hecate. Hecate, for sure, Jess. Your friend? You mean a physical living person? You have a question for them? Yeah, if anybody doesn't have Cash App or it's unavailable in your country, then you can go forward with sending it through PayPal too. That's fine. Okay, so let's see. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Hezi C23. Hezi C23 for my Cash App. Heze C23. Okay. I know that I got, give me one second because I just saw that I did get a Cash App from Paul. So, Paul, can you like make your presence known in the chat? Because I did see that you sent me Cash App, but I just want to see which person you are so that I can make sure I'm tapping into the right person. So, Dark Lady, is your friend more light skinned? Do they have short hair? Because that's what my spirits are describing to me. And interestingly enough, it also seems that your friend has very much so, the eyes would be very like hypnotic. Seems like their eyes are one of the strongest features about them. Very hypnotic kind of personality. They tend to be um, a little more quiet. Okay. See, it's a little harder when it comes down to connecting to people. If I don't see like a profile or I can't really see them, that's okay. But it's not always right. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. No, no, your connection isn't bad. What's up, Buck? So let's see. Dan. So, Dan, what Anubis is directly telling me is you should get a drum. Anubis loves to have music, but it's more warrior based music. You're going to connect strongly to him with music. So, getting a drum, you know, like a little small drum you can hit your hands on. But what I see him holding is more of like one of those drums that you can put your hand through and you can hit it. You have the stick and you hit it. I don't really know what it's called. Okay. It is not going to affect your energy in any way. No, no. It's not going to affect you in any way, Tash. Okay. Let's see, Paul. Yeah. I can't put it here. It's I can't put it here because I don't have my computer. My freaking computer is freaking dead. So if I did, I'd be able to put it on here, but someone's gonna have to put it on here. If somebody can get my PayPal from one of my links in my description from the older videos, you'll see it. It's the first one that I always use in the description. You'll see it. You could just paste it on here. I can't type it in. I can't. I can't type it in on here. I don't have the option because it's on a phone. Yeah. So if you guys could just paste it onto here on the chat. The lighter energy isn't going to affect you in any way. Yeah. I do have your I already have your donation, Paul. So and you confirmed it. So just let me go forward with connecting to your energy. Let me see. So Paul, um, what's interesting is that you have more energies that connect to Slavic deities. And one in particular that comes up that I connect to is the energy of the Baba Yaga. Do you know who Baba Yaga is? What's up, Princess? How are you? What's up, Multi? How are you doing? Yes. So, Dan, music is going to be your gateway. That's going to be your connection. Yeah. But make sure you guys post my PayPal too. because there's some people don't have PayPal. I mean, some people don't have Cash App. So if you guys can get my PayPal link and put it right here, that would help. Like that helps a lot. For me, for myself in particular, I don't do divination when it comes down to the towers. I'm forbidden for doing divination when it comes specifically to the towers in the Major Eye. I would recommend going forward with connecting with one of the tower masters so that you can confirm that information. You can change your question, yeah. Of course you can. Anybody who sends a donation that I feel I don't have a connection to, you can always just ask a different question. That's fine. So Amanda, chant this. Anahata Nadi. You don't even have to go deep into meditation, but just use that as a mantra. Anahata Nadi. That's specifically for you, Amanda. Anahata Nadi. Okay? Yes, your initiation was actually successful. They have been successful. When it comes down to your sorry, give me a second. I always start to stutter when I start to channel information and when I'm moving further in. Princess, your guide in the Cliffoth is going to be Asmodeus. Asmodeus is going to be able to help you greatly with the Cliffoth. Jess, make sure that when you're going forward with pursuing something like this, do not jump to don't jump to conclusions. Don't jump too quickly to opportunity. Make sure that you're going to be planning this out. It's going to take a little more time, so plan a little longer, and make sure that you have your make sure that you have your apartment lined up. Make sure that you have the opportunity lined up. Make sure that you have some kind of financial flow coming in for you, and that you're going to have people that can assist you when it comes down to your pursuits. So it's going to take a little longer, a little more planning, okay? Don't jump into it right away because it's not going to go well. Yeah, but Asmodeus is going to be your guide through the Goetia. I mean, through the Goetia, through the Cliffoth. There's more of a fiery energy around you anyway. So Asmodeus is going to be your guide. Yes, yes. Yeah, spit off fire. Okay, what's up, Tosh? I see I'm gonna look at your question right now. Or just type your question out, sorry. No, no, he's not evil. Okay, let's see. So Tosh, you have been connecting to an egregoric energy. And sometimes we make mistakes, but when it comes down to your practice, when it comes down to connecting to infernal energies, make sure that you are banishing. Make sure you're banishing before and after, okay? In your beginning stages of your practice. Thank you, Dark Lady. It rained and then it stopped raining. You can do it just like that. You can bring in the energy in a multitude of different ways. You can bring in the energy by envisioning the sigil glowing and breathing in that energy. You can envision the sigil glowing and basically opening up, kind of like a gate in your mind. You can gaze at that sigil for a while and close your eyes and try and have that sigil burn into your mind's eye and just continuously focus on that sigil while you chant their name. That's perfect. Yes. You have actually been, Princess. You have. I understand, Jess, but give it about 3 more months. About 3 more months. It's not going to be any more than that. Okay. So you guys want banishing? Use this. Use this. I'm channeling chants and everything. So use this. You can banish with the energies of Asmodeus. So you're gonna say Golikab. Golikab inihet atesh. Golikab inihet atesh. You can use that to banish energies with Asmodeus, with fire. Perfect. Yep. Golichop, you know, like the Cliffothic spear. Dan, you also everybody, you also can use. That's really funny. That's really funny, Princess. Banishing with fire. Yes, we're on for tomorrow. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Mike. I haven't forgot about it. What should you do as a beginner? Okay, so Albert, this goes for everyone. All the information that I'm channeling, you can freely use it. But that particular chant right there is going to really help you for banishing with fire, with Asmodeus. Albert, for you, you would work very well with Lucifer to do a prayer to Lucifer before you go forward with channeling anybody. Take a cup of water, and as you take this cup of water, just chant this. So chant this. Ave Hedash Lucifer. Ave Hedash Lucifer. And you can say that chant 17 times. Do it 17 times, and then go forward with trying to connect with who you want to communicate with. For you, I would highly recommend going forward with doing invocation. You're going to get so much of a deeper connection with energies that you're trying to work with, and it's a lot more safe. It's safer than actually evoking them, because when you evoke them, they are in your home. They're around you. If you're invoking them, they come into your energy field. They come into your body. And when it comes to invocation, it's a lot less easy for a trickster to possess you. Okay, let's see. So, you can connect to the Carabia. Mario, work with the Carabia from the Goetia. Yeah, you remember that? Remember when I was at 500? I was like, wow. Like when it started growing, and I had my day job, and I was working at Farmer Boys. I was a cook, and that's when I made my pact with what's up, Wizzy? And that's when I made my pact with Lucifuge. And after I made that pact with Lucifuge, everything literally just changed. Lucifuge was like, if you're wanting to take this serious, you need to be putting your content out there. He's like, what? You expect me to help you and you're not even going to be putting videos out there? You have a lot of people who want to support you. You have a lot of people who can benefit from your practice and from your teachings. Why are you sitting here like a sloth? Why are you sitting here and being lazy? You just made a pact with me. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And he's like, so are you going to do it or you're not going to do it? I had him and I had Marbus I had Lucifuge to the left and Marbus to my right. And when Marbus was to the right side, Marbus would literally just translate it to be more of a softer feel. He would be a little more soft, a lot less harsh than how Lucifuge was. Dark Wizard, I cannot confirm when it comes down to the Mejuri. The towers pertain to the Mejuri. So I would go forward with connecting to the Tower Masters, connect with someone like Amphireus, Imperator Amphireus. You could connect with someone like Imperator Kane. Imperator Kane does bone divination, and he would be able to determine for sure which towers are calling to you. So I would highly recommend going to Imperator Kane, Imperator Amphireus. You could connect with someone like Imperator Cineresh. Imperator Cineresh is amazing with that too. Imperator Calisandra is another really good tower master that you can ask to confirm which tower you would have a strong pull toward. Yeah, exactly. Just like good cop, bad cop. Amanda, white feathers, white, wearing the color white, but getting dove feathers for her and putting together, getting dove feathers for her, putting together like a little fountain, almost like a bird bath, if that makes sense, and putting that on your altar. No, thank you. I just actually recently saw that. How do you do invocation? There are a lot of different invocations that are out there. You would just be calling to the energy with a prayer, and you call them into you. VK has a really good overall plug and play channeled invocation that you can utilize on his website. Your heart. Your heart. You should be working on your heart chakra more, Dank. Thank you. It's been a hell of a journey. It's been a hell of a journey. Exactly. Hi guys, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys scared? It's a shoe, it's my moccasin. Yes, yes, and it's amazing. It works. I use it a lot. I've used it for a lot of different pantheons too when it comes down to the ones that I work with. I won't say a lot, but I only work with like 3 different pantheons. So I'm gonna actually, um, recently I've been getting more into connecting better to um, channeling, empowerments, and things of that sort. So I'm gonna have like 5 more that come out in the next 2 weeks for increasing all of your abilities and also kind of making sure that we put a filter over you so that you don't come in contact with tricksters as often. I think that's the first one that I'm going to do because it's very common for people who are beginning to communicate with tricksters. Communicate with not tricksters, but imposters, because tricksters can be super beneficial, but imposter energies. Yes. How are you, Danielle? Thank you, guys. Yes, I do have a Patreon. I haven't been as active on it, but I'm gonna be becoming more active. I'm gonna be channeling more information. I'm likely gonna be channeling more information tonight to put onto Patreon. I'll probably do some chants for meditations. So I hear someone asking a question. When it comes to Louis's been the only one that's been there for you since the beginning, has he not? Yes, Louis can be trusted. Louis is like one of the only people who you can truly trust. Like he's honestly someone who is very genuine and he won't lie to you. I feel like he can be someone who comes off as kind of harsh at times, but he just wants to make sure that you have the best and that you understand what you're getting yourself into. Your natural psychic gift? Okay. You're gonna have a very strong affinity. Your affinity. See? Channeling information, so my words start going blah blah blah. They start getting all jumbled. Cause cause naturally I start to speak non-human when I'm channeling a lot of information. You're gonna have a very strong affinity for telepathic communication and a clear audience. You're gonna be hearing before anything. Okay, let's see. Okay, Jess, so here's what you're gonna do. Write your ex's name and fill up the entirety of the back of a paper. It can be lined paper even, but just write his name as many times to fill up the back of a paper. I would recommend doing this with a lined paper. Once you filled it up with his name to its entirety, then spit on the paper. But when you spit on this paper, envision this spit being acidic. When you envision this spit being acidic, then what you're going to do is you're going to take that paper, crumble the paper up. When you crumble the paper up, set the paper on fire. As the paper burns, just envision sending all of that shit back to whoever's sending it to you. The reason why you're gonna fill the back of the paper up is to give you a strong psychic link to him. Do you have fetish items? Do you have anything that belongs to him? Anything that belongs to him, burn it with that paper. Burn those items that belong to him with that paper. So if you have any hair follicles of his, if you have a shirt of his, if you have anything, even pictures, if you have a picture of him, you can even get a picture of him and download it and print that picture out and burn the picture. But make sure if you have a picture, if you have any of those items, then spit and envision it being acidic and going onto that article of clothing, onto that picture, and burn that together. Like I said, you have a very strong energy that's going to be connected to succubi, more vampiric energies, more poisonous, toxic energies. So you're going to very much so be able to be extremely successful in utilizing this ritual that I'm giving you. That's really cool, then, yeah. That's good. That's awesome. No, I don't mean that they're stealing your energy. I mean that you naturally are someone who's a succubus. Hell yeah, I'm still taking donations. Yeah. I would much prefer Cash App. It'll give me faster access to the money because there's something that I have to pay for and the deadline is today. So, Jess, you're going to be working with strong energies of vampirism, more energies that connect to succubi. Mesmerizing people to steal secrets, things of that sort. You're going to very much so be able to, as you develop your ability more, you're going to have a strong affinity for utilizing those kind of energies. It's very powerful in you. Do you meditate? The most simplistic way that you can go about connecting with them is utilizing their chant. So you can use their traditional inn if you so wish to. But before you do it, Albert, just like I said, you can do that chant to Lucifer, or you can go forward with, sorry, this is information that's getting channeled. You can do the chant to Lucifer that I gave, or you can take hops. You can take hops and lavender and burn it together and move it all around your ritual space. Burn it, Move it all around your ritual space, and then go forward with connecting to whoever you're calling to. And this will guarantee that your energies are protected and that there's not going to be anything that comes forward with trying to fake. And it's going to guarantee that this isn't going to bring anything forward that will fake giving you real information. No, I haven't encountered Balder. Okay. Let me see. I'm looking in that right now. No, I entered the one for Princess. So sorry, Dan, I had skipped you. Give me a second, okay? No, Dan, you're going to be someone that is far more connected to clairvoyant ability than anything. You have to make sure that you are grounding yourself in this reality because it's going to be extremely overwhelming for you to differentiate what is reality and what isn't when you're seeing spirits as much as you do. I'm not exactly sure if you already have been experiencing your clairvoyant ability as strongly as I'm picking up on it, but you want to make sure that you're grounding grounding as often as possible. Do it as much as possible. Okay. Just hey Petty, just scroll up in the in the comments and you'll be able to see it. It's been posted like at least 7 times. There's quite a bit of them. No. Um no, I didn't say that for Princess's ability. I believe I said that Princess's ability was going to be leaning more so towards telepathy and clairaudient ability. Dan's ability is going to be far more clairvoyant. But please, Dan, make sure that you are. Hello, how are you, Harley? Santa Muerte on a Harley. How are you? So just make sure that you're grounding, please, because it's going to start to mess with your your mental health. Okay? Because it's going to start your clairvoyant ability literally can make you branch off multiple personalities. So be very careful with that, okay? You have to understand when you're communicating with spirits and when you're not communicating with spirits. This is the reason why I'm recommending making sure that you go forward with cleaning your entirety of your ritual area. Clean often, ground often, okay? Okay, Tosh, so let's see. Tosh, you're going to be someone that is also very much so vampiric, connecting more to energies of incubi and succubi as well. Vampirism is going to run very strongly in you, which is going to give you a strong ability to intuitively just pick up on information. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How's your night? So, Petty, my cash app is HEZEC23. No, I haven't encountered Baldir, Danielle. Lucifer and the Hidden Demons is an OP book. Like that book is slept on. It's very underrated. I really like that book. I recently started getting into Lucifer and the Hidden Demons after Travis Magus had recommended it. If you guys like or want to follow other occultists too, like Travis Magus is legit, and he also recently just jumped onto TikTok too. And if you guys are missing those lives, you're definitely not living, because he has some really good information, really good information, really good practice, and years of practice at that. Dude is amazing, and he's extremely fucking legit. You're here because he recommended me? Like, I can't recommend him enough. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's fucking legit. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let's get my charger. Yeah, I'm channeling, so I'm just like kind of out of it. I'm just getting my charger. Give me a second, you guys. I have it. I have mine. Thank you. Oh, snap. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my gosh. No one can hear me? Okay. What about now? Is that good? Perfect. I had to shut it and come back. Lily, what are you doing? How do you work with Freya? Let's see. Let's see if I can get any information pertaining to working with Freya. Let's see. I've never worked with Freya, actually. But I can see if I can acquire information for you, specifically pertaining to working with Freya. Because I have experience and have seen and encountered Freya, but I've not actually connected with Freya. Okay. And Paul, I'm about to answer yours right now, because I saw yours. I'm gonna just wait for this. Hi, how are you? So, a really good way that you can start connecting with her is to acquire, as you've said, horns. So you can acquire horns, antlers, claws. You can also utilize fire to connect with her. So you can utilize fire in a bowl, petitioning her, and petition things that you want to receive from her, or what you're wanting to achieve by connecting with her, things of that sort. My Patreon name is the same, Tomb of the Scarab. Yes. All right. Give me a second, Wizzy. Give me a second, Buck. Let me just check on. Is Paul? Are you still here? If you're still here, I'm gonna answer your question because I remember I just saw you. If Super Chat's lagging, that's fine, Wizzy. You could just send it on Cash App. That's fine too. Cash App works. All right. So, as I've said, Paul, interestingly enough, you have a strong connection to Slavic deities. But the main one that's coming forward is Baba Yaga. And I don't really know that much about Baba Yaga. But here's what I hear: the crone, alchemy, um, transformation, assertiveness, truth, reveal, shedding, removal of the veil. Yeah, it is. It's really weird. Slavic energies are around you, Slavic deities. But the Baba Yaga is one that you may have looked into, you may have heard about it. And when you heard about it, there's a reason that you heard about it. Crones, like energies of actual crones, more druid kind of energies, if that makes sense. Land dwelling spirits, like elementals. Elemental energies would be very strong for you to connect with too. So you can connect with someone like, let's see. You could have a strong connection to Bifrons too from the Goetia. All right, so let me see. Give me 1 second, Amanda. Even if it disappears off the top, I always can just scroll down in the comments, so don't even worry about it. Give me a second. Okay, I feel like I got Paul. Ashley. Okay, let's see. Okay, Ashley, you would have a very. Is Ashley here the one that donated to me? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry, bro. Don't even worry. Okay, so Ashley. I just channeled that information and lost it. Give me a second. Actually, you'd be more of someone that is a very powerful oracle. That is a strong strength, using divinatory ability, going on journeys utilizing smoke, utilizing mirrors, utilizing physical divination, physical psychometry, touching items, knowing about them. Intuitive ability is very strong with you. Interestingly enough, your spirit communication is something that's going to need a little bit of work. That's something that has a slight weakness, just more so when it comes down to hearing them in the actual real world. I'm not talking about telepathic ability, I'm talking about more of a clairaudient ability, but that's something that will get stronger as you continue your practice. Sticks would work in a pinch, yeah. And you can literally just create. You can create it, as you can create it to look as as antlers, as a set of antlers. That still could work. Just as long as you're setting that intention, for when you're going forward with doing it, she's gonna know exactly what you mean. If you can't access them immediately, that's fine. Just create one. What's up, Dom? How you doing, man? Thank you for your pledge, Tosh. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, you can. Okay, so let's see, Sophia. Segment would be a really good start. A really good start for you, Sophia. Um, I don't know why, but I just get this really strong anger from you. I don't know if you have anger problems or if it's really hard to control your anger, um, but I do feel strongly that Segment is very strongly present around you. But there's also a lot of feline energy around you too, Sophia. Yeah. Okay, someone asked me about Lucifer, about the connection with Lucifer. Yeah, go forward with reconnecting with him. It's not gonna have a problem. You weren't left on a bad note, so go forward with it. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. All of those go very hand in hand, Princess. So necromancy would be a strong calling for you. Those are hand in hand. Healing, curse work go hand in hand with necromancy. Because just as you can tear someone apart, it's just as easy you can put them together with practicing necromancy. So, connect to Sekhmet. Sekhmet would help a lot with that. A lot. Well, more of a healing ability. It would be strongly connected to healing, energy manipulation. It would be that of a healer. Empowerment's healing. It's Heze C23. Heze C23. Oh, you can connect whenever you so wish to. I mean, when you feel like you're ready, then go for it. Yes. Yes. Yes, she does. What are you guys doing? Sorry, my cats are going crazy right now. Let's see. Wizzy. If it comes down to Akashic record names, I do not want to give your names out to the public. So if it comes down to acquiring information pertaining to that, if I do pick up on it, I would not recommend giving that to anyone in the public. But I know VK has a strong affinity for that, and that's a specific service that he offers. I would recommend going to VK for that particular information. If you want to come to me for that information, that would have to be something that is done in private, okay? Because I do not want to put your information out there. Because people can and will use that to destroy you. Easier than utilizing your first name, especially if they have your true name. Okay, I'm just checking in the questions just to see who else asked questions. Mario? Okay, so let's see. The back of checks. You're funny. Okay. Not particularly Akashic records. Oh yeah. Um, that's more so for people who do have access to them. So if you've studied in them and you have practiced with them, then you have access to them, especially if someone gives you permission. So you guys want to know something really crazy? So when I used to work heavily with Anubis, and I used to astral project and go to the Akashic records, there was my first time when I went to connect and look into the Akashic records, and I ran into a few angels of the Shemhemafurash. To be quite honest, that's the first place that I had ever heard of the Shemhemafurash. I found that very interesting. And when I looked it up, that's exactly what it was. I didn't know who they were, but there are a few of them that actually do guard the Akashic records. I would say a specific entrance to the Akashic records because there are certain areas that you can go to read the Akashic records. Okay, Dan, let's see. So Dan, interestingly enough, I would have to say Epos. Epos from the Goetia. And as you know, Epos is extremely similar to Anubis. Epos. And Bune. Sorry, Mario. So your abilities are sight,
and the ability to feel and pick up on energies around you. You will feel energy before you actually would hear anyone or hear anything. You would see them and you would feel them. It's more of an intuitive ability. You saw her ancestors reading books. Can't they block you from doing anything too early? Yeah, they can. Most people are blocked for that exact reason. You're welcome, Mario. Also, one more that came up for you, Sophia. Petty Factory. You could connect with Leviathan as well. Leviathan would be a very strong connection that you would have too. This is for the Petty Factory, if they're still in the chat. Give me a second, hold on. It's kind of cold in here. Oh, because I had the light off. What's up? It's because the why is the screen? Is that better? Can you guys see me now? What's up, Jen Tink? Could be possible. What's up, Tosh? Did you ask a question? I didn't see the question, or did you just send that just to send it? I mean, it's not like you haven't been connecting with him, Dan. I'm just saying. But yeah, funny enough, I heard E-Post for you, Dan, but I also heard Bune for you. Sure, go ahead. What's up? Yeah, Leviathan. Thank you guys. Don't even worry. Don't be so hard on yourself, Tosh. Don't beat yourself up. Sometimes it's very difficult. But as I've said, as I've told people before, going outside and literally just walking in the grass, but don't walk with your shoes on. Walk barefoot. Walk on concrete barefoot. The sun seeps into concrete. The sun seeps into wood. The sun seeps into the trees. Touch nature. Go out and feel nature in your body. That's going to ground you. You're welcome, Petty Factory. Water energy, the watery energy of Leviathan is going to help you to calm your energy down more as well. Yes, yes. Okay. Let's see, Dom. I got you. Dom, it would very much so be clairvoyance and vampirism. I feel like you would see anything before you even heard it. Vampirism. That's what I wanted to say. You have a strong affinity for commanding energies too. Spider plague? Oof. And I know some of the spiders are pretty damn crazy. It's from what I've seen in Australia. Yeah, like I've never been to Australia, but I've seen some of the damn animals that are out there and some of the spiders that are out there. Like even some of the tiniest ones are super vicious. That still wouldn't stop me from going to Australia, but still, it's, it's fucking crazy. Okay, give me 1 second because I just remembered that Buck asked me a question. Buck, I'm sorry. I'm going back to yours because I remember you sent me one and then it disappeared. So let me go back to you real quick. Buck, at the end of your rituals, at the end of your practice, make sure that you are aware of who you are. Make sure you're aware of yourself. Do not lose your sense of self. Be careful to not lose your sense of self. It'll cause instability. I'm sure I would. I'm sure I would. I would definitely want to go see like all the beaches, all the areas that were heavily inhabited by, earlier Aboriginals, um, the architecture, like, I don't know. I think I would, if I was ever to go to Australia, I would literally just sightsee. Like, you just want to see the land and, see the developments and get a feel for the energies of being one with the land. Well, the way that you can go forward with connecting to Lucifer again is just doing nightly prayers. Do nightly prayers to him, even nightly invocations. Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. I do too. I want to go to the old, I want to go to the old Celtic lands and forests and go to the old fairy hills, the sites that were known for fairy and connecting with the fae, you know, the origin of those particular stories, those areas where those stories had originated. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Nah, the spiders won't stop me. Okay, let me tell you something. You just asked this question, Black Salvation, and interestingly enough, I recently just had this dream. Like I had a nap, and this was a few hours ago, and in this damn dream, there were a bunch of fae that were around me, and there were these statues, and I went into this room, and there were statues of like goblins, and they were just standing there. And while they were just standing there, like the lights didn't work. You open the door, and when I opened the door, the sun kind of started to beam in. When the sun beamed in, they started like moving. but they moved like the nurses off of Silent Hill. Like they were like it was weird as fuck. And they started just tearing everything in the dream. Like there were even some words that I was supposed to read, but everything was in cursive, like it was cursive. And I couldn't fucking read it because it was so like badly written. And they just came and started just tearing everything down. They were all just fucking tearing and destroying everything. And then I woke up. What about the big old camel spiders? No, I don't think I don't think I would really have a problem. Like I wouldn't want that to mess with, my experience. Can't go and then just be super afraid the whole time because I want to have fun. I want to connect to land. I want to see the spiders are a part of the land. Dream journaling. Dream journaling. Make sure you're dream journaling. You talking about no fap, like no masturbation? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, Taj. Let me see. Taj had a question. Let's see. Okay. Hey, that's awesome. Yep, exactly. Oh, cool. I have a few friends that actually live in Melbourne. Give me 1 second. So Tosh, here's how you're gonna consecrate your item. Bleed on it. And if you're not someone who's, edgy enough, if you're not someone who's like who wants to bleed, then you can come on that spiritual item and rub your semen on that item and do a prayer to a specific spirit. You can consecrate that item to be dedicated to a specific spirit if that's what you want to do. I mean, if that's your preference, or you can just bleed on it or come on it and chant. And chant basically like protective prayers over that specific object. That'll work fine. You can do it daily for probably about a week or so, and it will be pretty powerfully. It'll be pretty powerfully charged. Pretty hustle and bustle, so I've heard. You're having issues opening your chakras and clearing blockages? I mean, I have a chakra resonance. I have a cryptic chakra resonance that I do offer to help you with your chakras. And then I give you a technique after. It's up to you. You can bleed on your tarot cards too. Yeah. Yeah. I've bled on all of my decks. And if not that, then your genital secretions. When it comes to connecting with Beelzebub and when it comes to Tila's, like soul bonding, those ties are fucking amazing. Um, Not that you'll go to him, but you will have a strong connection to him for sure. You have so many decks you're not gonna bleed on. Just holding them in your hands will be fine too. Mm-hmm. For sure they are dumb. That's awesome. That's awesome. I just know, I know the energies in Australia would be fucking amazing. Even with all the hustle and bustle, I know they'd be amazing. Yeah, honestly. Honestly. Like it's like kava. No, I've never tried kava kava. But what I have tried before, and I've had an amazing experience with it, was ritual cacao. Cacao was pretty fucking amazing. That was the most blissed out that I've ever been. Like my friend Gabriel brought it, right? And me, it was myself, my friend Tobias Biharo, and my friend Gabriel Laraquente. And we were in Kelowna, British Columbia, in Canada. And Gabriel just pops out this little thing of ceremonial cacao. And I'm just like, the hell is that? Are you about to like feed us some chocolate? And I was like, I was cracking jokes about it, but he was like, no, this is really legit. Like, this is really legit. They've charged this. They put a lot of energies into it. It's raw cacao, so it's going to give you an experience. And every time you take it or you ingest some, you're going to have an experience, especially if you drink it in a hot beverage. And I was like, So, I didn't really think too much of it. I was kind of skeptical about it. And when I went forward with drinking this stuff, like I literally felt like I was so high. It was hilarious because it was so funny. Like my friend Tobias, he's literally sitting there trying to describe the feeling that he had when it came down to like the energy around him from the cacao. And it was so funny. Like we were literally sitting there so blissed out, just laughing and fucking like cracking jokes to each other, feeling this energy that was around us that felt like there was actually a fucking being that came with that cacao. So we sat there the whole time for probably about like 2 hours, just laughing and meditating and chanting stuff. And it was really fucking cool. My friend Gable got really annoyed because we were being so fucking uh, childish, but still, it was really fun. It was fun. It was very much so like MDMA for sure. Very much so. Except it wasn't as sexual. Yes, no problem. What would you like to know? What would you like to know, Danielle? You want to live in the spirit world? Oh, you'll definitely get the chance. You'll definitely get the chance connecting with Lord Beelzebub. That's dope. That's dope. I'm not even paying attention to him anymore, honestly, because he's so fucking. Ugh. I'm not paying attention to any of that anymore. It's ridiculous. All the shit that comes out of his mouth is ridiculous. So I'm not even paying attention to it. It's done and over with. It's fucking done and over with. How can you be sure that you don't incarnate? Okay, that's fine. The way you can be sure that you don't incarnate is don't worry about reincarnating. Literally, just focus on your spiritual practice. Don't worry about it. Okay. You should channel that energy into connecting with Paimon or Azazel because they really love it. They love the whole drunkardly kind of energy. It's a very seductive energy that can be used as an offering to them. So with you being intoxicated, you literally can give that to them as an offering. Oh, don't worry. Don't even worry. You don't got to worry about that. The Northern Territory? Okay. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. No, I don't think that I have. I don't think I have. No, you won't go to hell. No, no. Connecting with someone who specializes in vampirism. Not a goetic aspect, but more so, how do you say that? It's like a counterpart, like a counterpart. Because because of the fact that certain angels, can be not a counterpart or a consort, but more of a constraining energy to where you can get more control over a certain demon. That's how you get to. That's how you find out, basically, like similarity aspect, if that makes sense. Yeah, I do. I do still connect with him. Yeah, once a week. Yeah, I could do it once a week. I'm down. I'm very much so down. Grisha. Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, shit. I know that Marbus and Amdusias are really good with summoning energies of shadows. So is Bune. So is Bifrons, otherwise known as Bofree. They're really good with necromancy and utilizing shadowmancy also. Who's the best? I mean, there's so many. There's so many. There's not one who is the best. Start off with Lucifer, Tristan. It'll be more, comforting to connect with Lucifer to help you also with your fear of energies of working with demonic energies. But it also will give you more comfort because he's a little angelic, he's a little demonic as well, and he's very beginner friendly. A black lagoon, interestingly enough, would be like a gateway. It'd be like a spiritual gateway. It's very similar to initiating into the cathartic spirit of Nehemoth, traveling through the abyss. It's the abyss. But in that specific black lagoon, you'd likely die. So that would be the gateway. More so connected to the energies of death. Yeah, there's a big difference between him and Satan. I'd recommend connecting with Lucifer for sure. Yeah, it would likely be a gate. It's usually a gateway. Amdusias, Marbus, Baltis. What's that? Oh, you're cooking something. Um, no, it's just cold. Hmm. When it comes to the pantheon of Hinduism, you want to work with somebody for shadows, Durga. Durga. But you didn't go through. Black salvation, either Durga or Shiva. But for you, it would be more so Durga. I know, and that's something that I was actually getting down to. I have not gotten to Dantalion. I haven't. Thank you. I'll do him. I'll do Dantalion next. I haven't actually connected with Dantalion, so that'll be my next one for sure. That'll be the next video I do. Hellenistic, 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 Hellenistic. It sounds very familiar. All right. Have a good night. Okay. If you want one, no, I haven't. I have not worked with the Hellenistic pantheon. Yeah. When it comes down to crows, believe it or not, Paimon. You want to learn about familiars and familiar magic? You want to learn it in depth? You can connect with someone like Paimon, and Paimon has access to a lot of different familiars. And I've gotten a crow before from him, so I'd recommend Paimon. Eligor? No. Yeah. In the past, I've used Paimon to connect more with familiar energies, and when it comes down to familiar energies, when it comes down to connecting with energies of familiars, I've particularly been able to like project from myself into that familiar and go and kind of watch certain situations play out to be able to see the future, things of that sort. It's fucking awesome. Protections, floor washes. Vitran, tell her to get into floor washing. She wants to really protect her kids. Floor washes would be very, very beneficial. Learning about wards and protective magic. This one in particular would very much so hit home for her. Using floor washes. Yeah. No problem. Love you too, man. Well, they can be used to help you with rituals. They can be used to help you with initiation. They can be used to help you with understanding certain abilities, moving forward, manipulating people, acquiring secrets from people, stealing shit from people. Familiars can be used for a lot of different things. Very close companions. He might have took that gold watch, honestly. Working with Paymon is interesting because when you work with him, literally, like, if you really truly do work with him, you notice, especially in a pact, you have like money that comes out of nowhere. There's like random people who don't want to be named or want to be anonymous, and they'll just give you like a really big donation out of nowhere, give you information about Paymon, and they're just like, "You're right about Paymon when you said this and this and this." That's happened to me before. Paymon's really mysterious. He's so mysterious. So is Grimmery. For me, I personally believe that Grimmery and Paymon kind of might be one and the same, or Grimmery might be a consort to Paymon because they're very similar. They're extremely similar. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. Where a guy created a familiar, you mean a servitor? Oh, you don't gotta worry. Don't worry. No, not just wash the floor. It's you will basically burn certain herbs and make a certain concoction to throw onto your floor to wash it, to mop your floor. You can also use floor washes even on your walls. But I would recommend, if you're going to create a floor wash, to create the floor wash. Don't buy it from anywhere. It's going to be far more powerful with actually creating it yourself. I don't really use Florida water like that, so I don't know. It was originally a toiletry. Like, it was not even actually used for magic. Yes, yes, yes. That sort of floor wash. Yeah. Then the intent came in. Exactly. Exactly. Because there were a lot of people who were very poor, you know, when that first came out. So that was something that was created as a toiletry. So when they got that and they started using it, people used it, and that's the kind of properties that they put into it. And over the years, it literally became a staple for protection, a staple for banishing, a staple for cleansing, things of that sort. Is there anything else that you can do to make sure you're connecting the right spirit? People think I'm crazy for this, but I would recommend buying a Ouija board, consecrating the Ouija board, and keeping the Ouija board next to you. And keep the planchette and the Ouija board next to you. Get a pendulum or two pendulums, consecrate them, and keep them next to you whenever you're doing readings or connecting with them. That will prevent tricksters from coming forward, because so long as you have that specific ritual tool empowered with those energies and consecrated specifically for that, nothing will come in that isn't who you want to connect with. It did start off as a cologne. It did. Exactly. It did. Yeah, a toiletry. Exactly. No problem. Yeah. Could be a movie title called The Pillow. That's funny. No problem, Tosh. Did you dirty? Let me see. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Let me see. What dumb say? Dumb, 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 dumb. Oh yeah, a servitor. A servitor. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, I create servitors for people. I create custom servitors. Yep. Why do I completely trust it? I mean, the thing is, every practitioner is going to be completely different. Every practitioner is going to be completely different. For me, I have yet to be wrong with my pendulums for sure. Like I have yet to be wrong. I've consecrated them, and when you actually do consecrate them, especially when you consecrate them and dedicate them to a certain spirit, it's definitely not going to be leading you astray. I have a Ouija board that's consecrated. My planchette, like the actual planchette, is consecrated. Both of my pendulums are consecrated, and whenever I ask a question, they both align with each other. I've yet to have them become wrong. So, I mean, everyone's going to have their own opinions pertaining to certain divinatory ability, but also she's a completely different practitioner than me, you know? That's my friend for sure. She's fucking awesome. But my abilities are different than her abilities. Her preferences are far different than mine. So when it comes down to me, I really like pendulums. I necessarily don't really use tarot decks as much as I used to anymore. You know, I don't really use tarot decks as much because it's like I got kicked out of using them as I moved further in my practice. I picked up the pendulums and I gravitated far more to those. So I like pendulums more. Oh no, it's okay. She just has a preference on what she likes. She really likes tarot cards. That's Tila's main practice. She loves tarot cards. Have I used multiple energies to consecrate a certain object? I mean, yeah, I've done that before with candles that I've made for people. Yes. Do I cleanse my pendulums? No, no. Once they're consecrated, especially if you consecrate them, as I've said, and you dedicate them to a certain energy, there's no need to do that anymore. Yep, they work very well. Exactly. You want to make sure that they're not going to clash. Yeah. Do I offer mentorship? Um, yeah, but that really depends on what exactly you guys are wanting to, to learn about. I'd be up for mentorship, but that depends on what you're wanting to learn about. It'd likely be something that's like once a week where I do a lesson with you guys, maybe like via Zoom or something. But I want to write out a course for that, you know. I mean, if that's what you guys want, I'm up for that. I'm more than up for it. Do I work with any spirits of the Goetia? Yeah, you look at my channel. Like I have most of the Goetia done. And yeah, I work heavily with the Goetia. I mean, if that particular house and you own that house and you've put wards or you've carved wards or carved sigils into the house that's dedicated for that, hell yeah. You would definitely not have a need to cleanse. No, because it's dedicated to that specific spirit or dedicated to that specific deity. Some people do that. Some people like remove the frames in their home and they'll carve runes or carve specific sigils behind their doorways. When I own property, I'm gonna do that shit. When I actually own a house and it's my property, I'm for sure going to do that. Okay. How do you purchase one from me? You can email me about it and you can tell me basically what the details that you want. I do have custom servitors on my On my website, I have the ritual on there if you wanted to go on there and confirm through there. But you can also email me, and then we can talk about exactly what exactly you want your servitor to do. I mean, shit, if you want Sephiroth to own your house and that is specifically your home and you own it, fuck, put her sigil in your house. Put it around your house, carve it. Or you can put it onto a single object if that's specifically what you want to do. Um, Multiple energies on one specific object? No, I only use one. Consecrating a tool can either be, protecting it, basically protecting it, giving an energetic charge to be used for a certain purpose. Well, you're already my patron. You can actually message me on Patreon. You can message me on there too. That's fine. Everybody who is a patron, you can message me on Patreon. Yeah, to make sacred to activate. Yes, it does. It's amazing. Yes, exactly. All right. Um, I know that tomorrow night I do have a pact to finish consecrating for someone, but I will likely try to go live maybe again sometime next week, maybe like Wednesday or something. But I'm gonna get going, guys. I really appreciate all of you. All right, email me and just tell me what traits that you want. What do you want it to do? What do you want it to look like? You know, just give me everything that you want it specifically to do and what you want it to look like, and I'll create it for you, and I'll let you know the price for creating it. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. We'll be heading out, all right?